Mike Kelly, who is a breakout player that's, come this time next season, will be showing you again just looking like a genius? Who's that guy?
Well, look, I think there's some more established guys like a Jordan Kyrou who fit that mold, but I want to stick again to the lesser-known guys that you might say in a year from now, wow, that was a great signing. So I'm going with Michael Bunting, the Toronto Maple Leaf signing. Played a little bit in Arizona last year. I kind of think he's like a Verhaeghe light because he's got a lot of those same elements to his game where he's a pain in the butt to play against, really good away from the puck, going and getting in battles, digging it out. And he's really good around the net. It's where he scored a lot of his goals in Arizona. A good net front presence. You can put him there in the power play. And opportunity is going to be a big part of this as well because Michael Bunting is going to be in Toronto where he could be in a top 6 left wing role. You look at, again, that per 20-minute rank at even strength because he didn't get the big minutes last year. Those inner slot shots where half the goals in the league are scored, he's top 25. He recovers a bunch of pucks in the offensive zone. You dump it in, he'll go get it. 11th in winning those battles and 65th winning puck battles overall. So he's got a bit of that same kind of tendency to his game. And I'm not sold on Nick Ritchie landing that top 6 left wing spot. If he doesn't, it's going to go to Michael Bunting, who will be playing with 2 elite offensive players and could become kind of a de facto new Zach Hyman. So that's my pick.
Now, Goodwill Bunting.
Oh,
how about them predictions?
Very
right?
nice. You like them apples?
Like
yeah.
it.
And the thing is, like, if he plays with those guys, he's going to have a good year. Whether he's a great player or not, you play with those talented players, you're going to get an uptick. So it's a good opportunity there for him in Toronto. For me, I got a much higher profile player, but a guy who I don't think it gets credit for being as good as he's been because the numbers haven't been there, and that's Jack Hughes, the former #1 pick overall. And I think a lot of people look at his point totals and think, I'm not sure how good this guy really is. Is he overwhelmed? He has turned into a possession dynamo. I mean, you look at his underlying numbers. When he's on the ice, they got the puck, they get the scoring chances, they create the slot shots, all those things. They just don't finish. They don't finish as well as they need to for him to put up the points. But when you talk about the process to get to those points, he's on it. One of the highest Corsi for in the entire NHL when you think about his age and the guys he's going up against. So he is that kind of player. And when you have the kind of skill he has, JMO, eventually they're going to go in. So I think he is in order for a big-time season, breakout season, closer to a point a game, true #1 centerman. I think he actually is closer to the player that a lot of people think Nico Hischier is, like on a two-way guy. He's way better away from the puck than he's given credit for. Just because he's slight doesn't make him not effective. Watch out for Jack Hughes. Confidence, been around a couple of years now. His numbers are going to go through the roof because the underlyings are waiting to explode.
Made a big jump from his freshman season to his sophomore season, so you're looking for him to really have a breakout.
Mikey, am I okay with that pick?
Love it. And I think even in his rookie season, he was really good. Like, one of the things that I track is completing passes into the slot, right? It's a great indicator of guys that will pick up a lot of assists. He did that at such a high level, but the conversion rate from his teammates was literally worse than any other player in the NHL. So long story short, he should have had a lot more assists than he did. And like you said, Johnny, great point. He's good defensively. He's a superstar #1 center in the making, I think.
All right, we're going bounce-back players, guys that we expect to be here, and they weren't quite there last year. Who's your bounce-back guy?
Well, I'm going with Patrick Laine, a guy who, since coming to the NHL, has been here. He's been just a proven goal scorer, point producer in Winnipeg. And you thought, you know what? He gets to Columbus. He's going to go and play in the power play. It's going to work out. He's going to do great things. It just did not work for Patrick Laine for a variety of reasons. I think, the fit in the power play was never quite the same. They have 2 defensemen in Jones and Werenski who took a lot of the up-ice activity. You had a coach in Don Tortorella that you knew it might not work perfectly the entire time, as well as what he was asked to do defensively. So you start talking about, his progression, and it's kind of up, then down, then up, then way down. And his points per 60-minute played, not even close to his worst of his career, which was a couple of years ago. So in his sleep, like a bad year for him is 50, 55 points. A great year is probably a point-a-game player. I think he probably falls somewhere between. He's going to get 30-plus goals again, 30-plus assists. He'll be around 60-plus points. Bounce back for Patrick Laine. And I'm not even saying he's going to be great, but he's still going to be much better than last year because last year was so off for him.
Columbus certainly hoping for that result. Mike Kelly, who's going to be your bounce-back guy?
Rasmus Dahlin, Buffalo Sabres. He's too good to play the way that he played last season. And again, I think the coaching change is going to help a lot. I think it did help a lot when Don Granato came in. I watched him playing under Ralph Kruger. It looked like his hands were tied and his feet were tied. He just had such little confidence, and he played a lot better towards the end of the season. And some of his underlying numbers certainly did improve. Again, he's going to be on a Buffalo team that's not very good. His plus-minus might stink again, but I'm not really worried about that. I'm worried about, what's he doing with the puck? Is he making plays? Post-coaching change last season, his ice time went up. He started playing against top competition. Get more confidence that way. His ozone possession numbers among defensemen were top 10. He was completing a ton of passes, whipping the puck around, doing the things that we know that he can do. I just think this guy is an ultra talented defenseman who kind of like Jack Hughes in a way, just maybe hasn't fully popped yet. But that could be coming as early as this season.
Interesting. Certainly two players to keep our eye on, Patrick Laine and Rasmus Dahlin in Buffalo.